It's Christmas, not something I normally celebrate. For me, it's normally a quiet time. However, I am in my new abode and I was writing out my gratitude when I got a big nudge, poke. It was the dragon said they wanted to speak since yesterday. I ignored them. I woke this morning. I ignored them. And as I'm writing I see that, okay, all right, let's get to it. So, let's see what they have to say. They also had me draw 3 cards, which are interesting. And so, they shall be read at the end of whatever it is this kin of mine want to say. Merry Christmas, everybody. Here we go. The Christmas. Yes. It is a marvelous time for you humans. Hello, bee stings. Merry Christmas to you. It is a marvelous time for you humans. This ought to be a peaceful time for you humans. But bombs, wars, destruction, hatred is still part of this world. It is why we are here, to assist you. Yes, in times past, it is true, we created much havoc. We wanted to live in peace. However, we are dragon. And the puny humans, as we call them, were afraid of us. We did much wrong, it is true. We were vilified because we are so powerful. We have always known our power. This is true. This is fact. We had and still have many mages. So we fought. We won. We were even more vilified. Until after many long years, we decided, after sharing our wisdom, and we were taken advantage of. We were maimed. We were killed. We were massacred. We were experimented upon. All this fueled hatred, firing our passions. After many long wars, long years, eons, we had counsel and we decided to retreat, leaving just a tiny kernel in the hearts of those who knew us truly, who knew our hearts, who knew our minds, and who were kin. Now we are back in massive numbers to share the wisdom that we have amassed since this rock, this beautiful blue rock, your ride in the cosmos, as one of your learned ones said. We are here to share, support, and uplift you so that you, beautiful souls, can complete your missions, your purpose on this magnificent ball in the sky. We did not come from this place. We came from very far away. Now we use portals to travel back and forth. Why are we sharing this information? So that you, beautiful souls, are aware none of you originated on this planet. You ought to be caring for this planet, each and every one of you, to the best of your ability. Why are you destroying it instead? Why are you hurting this body of Gaia? It is time that change takes place. The changes are going to be hard for many, and the changes are going to be hard for many and easier for many. There are the very few who are already aligned with their purpose, and they are aware that the damage being done, the destruction being inflicted on the body of Gaia, Pachamama, or whatever names you have for your earth, impacts negatively on the whole. We implore you all to make this change. It starts with one, you make the change in your word, in your life. This will have a compounding effect as this energy, this change that you make, begins to circulate and expand and begins to touch and connect each and every one who comes into your orbit. So each person has a part to play. Every one of you humans, you have a part to play. It is time to make this change for your greatest well-being. We needed to share that this morning. As our energy flows and our speaker allows the words to come forth, this message hurts her heart. Her heart is full of tears. She can express the emotions that we are unable to in human form. If we expressed our emotions in dragon form, you all would be terrified, and yet we have big teeth, and you would not recognize pain from anger. This is why we have our speaker, our beloved. We have other messages for you. She has already drawn the cards. The first card is the Wisdom Keeper. The Wisdom Keeper signifies change. The Wisdom Keeper is a major arcana card, and this message is telling you to regard, to look, to pay attention to what you believe. Most of your beliefs are false. It is time to look at what you hold on to so tightly with a death grip, as you like to say, and begin to inspect it. Begin to ask, why do I believe this? If you truly want change in your life, you will begin to pay attention to what you believe. You will begin to break all the rules that you have been living by. They are the stricture holding you very, very tightly, and you cannot breathe. This must change if you are to move forward in joy. If you want to be happy, as all humans want to be happy, here is what you must do. You must create your own rules. You must live by your own rules. Your society created rules with a false premise. This is the case of societies all over this planet, in most places. They believed that they were keeping the citizens safe. The only problem there is it's the minority who became the majority because they had power. It is time to change. You must become the keeper of your own wisdom. Justice. You want justice? Justice in your life? You must embody the justice. This card is number 11. 11 is a number of change, significant change. Again, it is the number of new beginnings. It is the number of portals opening. You must decide to stand firm and calm and peace-filled and still, like the tree on this card, and allow the wisdom and knowledge of the heavens to descend into you. When that happens, only then can you make the decision that is necessary, that is right, to help you move forward. The justice you seek, desire, want, and need will come to you naturally as long as you always remember to be still. Allow that wisdom to connect with your divine cord that connects you with heaven and earth, and it will settle in. Then you will know without knowing how you know. You call this intuition. When you know, then you are at peace. There is nothing that can harm you, and all you need do is be open and expect without thinking about it that all will be well. Our beloved has a favorite saying from one of our favorite beings who made the transition, and she uses it very often. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. If you also use these words, we call them a mantra, you call them an affirmation, it makes no difference. If you keep repeating these words to yourself in times of stress, anxiety, difficulty, the words have power. They will anchor into your system. They will calm you, and all will be well. The next card is Nine of Fire. This is the last card. And Nine of Fire is telling you about endings. You are all very fiery personalities. Even those who pretend to be meek and mild. This is not true. This is not fact. It is not normal. That is fear keeping the personality repressed, but that is for another day. Right now, this card is telling you that yes, while there may be difficulties, challenges, problems, or whatever words you use to describe the little hiccups and pebbles in your path, this card is telling you that the old is about to close the doors. The portals are open for you to take your next step, and your next step is into joy. Yes, there may be difficulties, but what are difficulties? They are simply pebbles. As one of your enlightened beings say, if you lift your foot and your leg high enough, you know that you will be able to make it, because your foot and leg are high off the ground for you to make the climb. However, when you do not, you stumble. You think, oh, that is too big, oh, that is too high, I cannot do it. And then you sit there and you fail. We have news for you. Failure is not permanent, it's just a mistake. Know that delays are always part of life. However, you must enjoy what you do. You must take the time out. This is a perfect period for it to reflect. What is past is past. You live in the now. Now is when you take stock. Now is when you encourage yourself. Now is when you say, yes, I did that. Yes, I made that mistake. I have learned my lesson and I intend to do something different. That is all a mistake is. You did something and it did not work. Now you do something new. And you do something new if that does not work. This is what each and every human being is on this planet to do. You have falsely, we repeat, you have falsely listened to others, to your parents, well meaning though they were, to your governments, to your neighbors. You did not listen to yourself. You know the truth. It is time that you hearken to your truth. It is time that you listen to your truth. You are already connected with the divine heaven and earth. Consequently, why would you need opinions from other people? Why would you need to heed laws that do not serve you? It is time to take charge of your lives, young ones. We say young ones, there are also old ones, but many of you are very young. You are only eons. You are only eons old. Which is why we say young ones. There are very, very few of you who are as old as we are, and they have come back, they have returned, they have reincarnated time and time again in order to share and teach the compassion that is necessary for everyone to move forward. This is important. When you tap into and when you become this compassion, the world opens up for you and you recognize very, very simply and easily that yes, I am. There is no enemy. There is no hate. There is no jealousy, and most importantly, there is no war. Humans, you have a very long way to go. However, we shall be here to uplift and empower you to take the next step forward into your beautiful life to fulfill your purpose.